how the power of a country, how a country can come together to change for their best and in peace. That was an example that Korea set to the rest of the world.
Many people saw him as what the country needed after all of these issues that brought to light, corruption or a lack of justice in certain areas. And then along came Jae-in, and I think he's brought people together in a way that other presidents maybe, or presidents haven't for a while.
It seems to be a more transparent government, far more than the past, and a government trying to seek some form of equality and historical redress. Also social parity. I think that's been really good to see that there's an effort to create a space for young people as well as the elderly in terms of social welfare, like extended medical care and jobs for the young. I wish that there was more attention paid to the environment.
I also see on the side of social activism, I think it's really important that more conversations are opened up about gender equality and also about feminism, and I think that has slowly come into the forefront from the last year or so. So that in of itself is a great sign of, I think, societal shift in the mindset of how to embrace these kind of more progressive ideas.
Moon Jae-in's policy of support but stay out of the way is probably a nice passive in the background policy that continues the market's general direction in terms of more openness, new ideas coming in.
I feel like Korea is opening to more diversity, not just in their population, but also in the opportunities they offer to foreigners.
Thinking back to 1995 when I first arrived here, the idea of an individual foreign person doing business in Korea was completely unheard of. But I think as we've experienced greater diversity in terms of industries and the type of people doing these businesses, that the support has increased over the last several years, and I think that this kind of support needs to continue.
So, I mean, the really remarkable thing is how dynamics on the Korean Peninsula have changed from last year to this year. The breakthrough was opening that channel to Pyongyang, talking to the North Koreans, talking to Kim Jong-un.
I think it's a good idea that South Korea and North Korea talk. I think Moon Jae-in deserves credit for advancing this process. You know, just 4 months ago, we were talking about nuclear war and fire and fury and those kinds of things. I think this is an important reason why the Moon government has wanted talks with North Korea.
Well, I think what really needs to be done is a reconciliation of the South Korean people. I mean, the country has been extremely divided by the election, by the trial, by the corruption accusation, and it should be able to go beyond that, because South Korea would be able to bring peace to the region and also economic growth if there is a consensus and a reconciliation between Koreans about what is to be done.
I would encourage South Korea to be bold. I think South Korea has more leverage than it perhaps realizes it has in the international environment. So President Moon Jae-in has called for bold, new, creative initiatives. So it seems that he understands that.